Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in with us. Today, we're going to be talking about gender socialization, pretty much, and a little bit of bystander intervention with what that is. So, in our curriculum, we do go out to the schools, to the community, and talk about these two topics, right? So, with gender socialization, that's where we discuss how gender norms perpetuate violence to keep on occurring, and how gender dynamics of having women behaving like women or men behaving like men, and that societal expectation of what a stereotype is for women's behavior and men's roles, how that continues and affects violence to occur, right? So in this session, we are going to be talking about the Barbie movie. All right, I saw it, Annabelle saw it. I personally loved it. Annabelle
loved it.
So spoiler alert, we're not going to try to give out too many spoilers, but we are going to mention some stuff that we noticed from our presentation topics and how they relate to the movie. So one of the scenes that I really loved, in case you don't know or you haven't seen the movie yet, right, is the depiction of Barbie World. So Barbie World, of course, is run by the Barbies, right? Barbie is this feminine-ized role model figure, right, of different classes. In the movie, they have different body types, different demographic, racial demographics, backgrounds, different careers, professions, all shapes and sizes were represented, which I really thought was impeccable, because this standard that exists, right, where traditionally it was mentioned that women's role was as a nurturer, was to be a home giver, I guess. Is that the term? I don't know what the term is, but to be at the home, nurturing, cooking, cleaning, being that entity, right? And that was a representation of femininity and womanhood. But in the movie, it really shows, and just aside from the movie, if you go to any aisle, Target, Walmart, toy aisle, and you see Barbie dolls, they all are represented differently, right? Sometimes you have Barbie, who is a career woman, firefighter, an author, lawyer. You have stereotypical Barbie, who is just like this idol of like femininity, right? So there's all these different roles that exist. And I really liked that it steps away from that modern, and it steps away from that traditional expectation to a really modern type of woman, right? The woman who can be employed, who can be a career woman, can be anything that she wants to be, that she sets her mind to. Even the types of careers, like there was physicist Barbie, and
there's
construction worker Barbie, Madam President Barbie. So President of Barbie World is of course a female African American Barbie, which is great, and that was super awesome to see. But all these different roles exist in Barbie World. Another thing was, because it's Barbie World and you have all these Barbies, right, who are this embodiment of womanhood, is that Ken, well, all the Kens, right, are the minority in a sense. It's more of a matriarchal type of system where women can be anything, right? And there's no oppressive type of settings, of tones, or anything like that. Everybody's safe and sound. Now, what did you take from it, from the movie? What was something that you noticed regarding like the gender dynamics that exist?
I think, I noticed that too, where it's like in Barbie Land, it was much of a matriarchy where the women were the one who run things, whereas the Kens were just Kens. And like you could see that like in the trailer too, where they'd be introducing like every Barbie, like this Barbie, like she's an author, this Barbie, she's a physicist, and then they're like, well, this is Ken, he's just Ken.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could see like the difference and the imbalance of like I guess power in Barbie Land. But then when they go into the real world, they notice that like things are switched. Where it's like there's still that imbalance, but it's just the patriarchy. It's no longer the matriarchy, it's the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Where like the men have more power compared to the women, and like Ken is realizing this, he's like, well, like this is completely new. Like before in Barbie Land, like I was not really like, I was just Ken. You know, I didn't think I could be anything other than just Ken.
Yeah, he was represented differently.
Yeah.
He had more representation in the real world
Mm-hmm.
than in Barbie world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he started realizing that, and I think it's just interesting to see those two different dynamics where both don't work. Like in the matriarchy in Barbie Land, it was really good for the Barbies, but it was still bad for the
Kens.
because they don't think that they have a purpose in life either.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's like, well, I'm just Ken. I'm not really seen. They don't even know where they live, right? Like they have no house. And the Barbies realize like, oh, like I don't even know where they stay. Like I don't know, but I have my dream house. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but in the real world, they realize that it's different. Where it's like, Barbie starts to feel like
an object of desire.
Yeah, she starts to feel like she's just this object who's being catcalled. She is starting to fear like just walking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's starting to become a little more anxious of like, who's watching, what am I wearing, and everything. You know, it's like, oh, like I tried switching out of this outfit, and I go into a different outfit, and then they're still kind of making comments. You know, so it's like the roles are just reversed.
Well, even that too. I mean, this existence of in Barbie world, it was very much like solidarity between women.
Mm-hmm.
Women of all shapes and sizes, different ethnic backgrounds, different career settings. Everybody got along and was respectful of each other.
Mm-hmm.
When she comes into the real world, she notices that there's a sense of animosity and not really a sense of unity and that womanhood in the real world. Because when there's a scene when she's talking to some youth who are female identifying, and she's there about like sisterhood and solidarity and all this stuff, and they are not so approachable to her, and it catches her off guard. So even that too was very different, right? Because here, like, we usually think, and we try to, I feel like as a society, we have these movements that exist where we're solidarity with like women, and you know, we try to unite, and we're like, you know, the sisterhood sense of everything, right? That we want all of us to win and all these things, right?
Like we're not competition.
Well, yeah, that we're not each other's competition, but then there are times where like animosity exists to where it's like a competition and we're all just trying to succeed and be better than the other person, but then we don't realize that, you know, all these other things come into play, like disrespect and like jealousy and all these ugly traits and feelings. So she was not prone to that. She didn't know what that was. So experiencing that in the real world was a real eye opener to her. Right. Another thing was, so shout out Alan. So we're talking about the Kens, we're talking about Barbie, but there's a main character that we didn't discuss that much, and I think that I saw him much growing up when I would play with Barbies. I was a Bratz girl. Annabelle was a Bratz girl too, but I know the Barbie story. And Alan is Ken's best friend, but he's more like a solidarity to the Barbies, and is more in tune with being there for them. He has like a sense of solidarity, has their back. He's very much an active bystander. So active bystander is somebody who sees something that's going on and steps in to try to help and make it better for everybody, right? He very much is trying to get Barbie world back to how it was, right? Where Barbies were in control. But he sees the animosity that's coming out from the Kens, because at one point the Kens become jealous of each other and become this like trait of toxic masculinity to where they're trying to compete with each other and be like so masculine and buff and so in your face, right, with this you know, masculine type of behavior. And he is not like that. He's very much, I don't know how to, I don't know what adjective to use to describe him, but he's very much a support system. He's like a great,
He just kind of
like ally to the Barbies.
What's that word where it's like something Like, he just keeps the peace. He just tries to keep the peace,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. And he's there in solidarity with the Barbies, but he's still respectful to the Kens, and he just wants everybody to get along, and just has like this whole harmonious type of aura. Annabelle would know more about this because, side note, we took a BuzzFeed quiz. We will have the link in our bio of the podcast and of our YouTube video. But we took this BuzzFeed quiz where it was like, which Barbie character are you? Annabelle, the reason that I say she would know more about Alan is because
I got Ellen. And I retook the quiz because I was like, I'm Ellen? I retook it and I answered 3 questions differently and I still got Ellen. But I'm okay with it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it just, I think it really does describe who I am. I do feel like I am an Ellen.
What was one of the descriptive characteristics that Alan had in the BuzzFeed quiz that you really resonate with? Or you're like, yeah, I could see that.
Let me see.
I got Weird Barbie. So going back real quick, let me backtrack to the sense of solidarity that existed in Barbie world. That is not entirely true. There was solidarity, there was no animosity really, but there was like judgment, I guess. That's the better way to phrase it. There was judgment towards Weird Barbie. So Weird Barbie was this character who was played with too much in the real world. And she did not look like the stereotypical Barbie. Her hair was like cut. It looked like I had a Barbie that I cut their hair. I like drew on them with Sharpie. That's what she looked like. She had, makeup all over her face. She was just a Barbie that took the brute roughness and toughness of the real world, and she was ostracized and like audited out because she was different. But she was very much an ally to the Barbies, and even I would say like the hero in a sense, because she kind of like came up with the strategy to try to get this solidarity going on, and like to try to like get Barbie, who is stereotypical Barbie, so Margot Robbie's character, into like becoming back to the Barbie that she was once. But at the end, like spoiler, at the end they do like apologize to her, the Barbies, and let her know like, we're so sorry, we didn't mean to judge you or make you feel lesser than, or that wasn't really kind of us. And so I liked that. But going back to Alan, because Annabelle was Alan, right? So she found the description of what Alan's character was that she really resonates with. So go ahead, Annabelle, tell us.
So it says your personality matches Alan. You're loyal, supportive, and brave. Like Alan, you don't demand too much attention. You're just here for the good times and memories. People may underestimate you sometimes, but time and time again, you've proven you're truly a force to be reckoned with.
Nice. I totally see that.
Sometimes I'm just here to vibe.
Annabelle is always here just vibing.
I'm just vibing.
She really is. She really is.
But don't get on my bad side though.
That's true.
That's true. You may underestimate me and may look like a chill person, but
she is a force to be reckoned with. So Annabelle really is Alan vibes, which I love. But yeah, so Annabelle was Alan, who is this bystander who is like just so chill and is always there for everybody, just really wants to keep that harmony and that peace. And yeah, I was Weird Barbie. we could see how our personalities were in this. Weird Barbie was described as like resilient and just like what was it? Marches to the beat of her own drum. And I was like, that literally is. So, we don't want to give away too much spoilers, but we really just wanted to, in case you haven't seen the Barbie movie, I want you to pay attention to like this topic that we're talking about, and really like let's see if you guys point out anything, if you notice something, you notice the message that Barbie's trying to get across in this film, And if you have seen Barbie, I really encourage you to take the Barbie quiz, which we will have in the link for our video. We'll have it in the bio, we'll have it in a link for our podcast. And see what you learn about yourself and see if you agree with the character that you got.
Don't cheat though. Don't retake it like 4 times like me, because you might just get the same answer.
Oh man, but we're all just living in the Barbie world, and just trying to make it. So, I really appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Let us know, of course, in the comment section, if there's anything that you want us to talk about. If there's a movie, maybe a show, a song you want us to comment on, please feel free to let us know. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all again soon.